Hey cosplayers, I'm Skylar Osler. In today's quick tip on forging with thermoplastics, I'll be teaching you a simple way to get a complicated shape. Stay tuned. Alright, let's get started. So I don't know if you've been working on something and you're trying to get a complicated shape, and it's a little bit difficult to take an entire big blob of thermoplastic and sit there and try to shape in the details or try to carve out or push out certain pieces or pull different pieces in a certain direction when it's all molding all together and you're trying to shape one piece and then something else moves, or you're trying to carve into something and another part bulges out on the other side. So what I've found in my experience is the best way to plan for or solve this issue is to actually just build complicated shapes in pieces. So, like for example, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Illustrator or anything like that. There's what's called the shape builder, and the shape builder tool. You can basically take this, like a helicopter type of thing, and break that into, oh, there's an oval here, and then there's a rectangle part at the back, and then there's this other rectangle that sticks up and another rectangle that comes out of that, and then it comes down, and then there's two more rectangles on the base. And so basically it's that same idea of creating these different simple shapes of squares and circles and triangles and things that are really easy to shape, and then making a complicated shape out of that. And so as I've been talking here, this is really makeshift and I'm doing it really quickly, and probably with not enough plastic. But for example, if I was trying to make like a Pokeball or something like that, right? I could make these two half circle pieces that are really quite easy to shape, and just on my wax paper I'm just creating like a dome shape and get that dome and that rounded shape, and then I create like a little middle piece that would go in between it. This should obviously be a little bit thicker than it is, but then once these cool, I can then go through, it's probably going to look more like a hamburger than a Pokeball, but I can then go through and then reheat the bases so the rest of the shape stays in place, and then just connect them together. Obviously I would want to add the little circle there. Like I said, this should be thicker and a couple other things, but basic idea, even if you're building a hamburger, right? You've got your two buns and then the hamburger in the middle. It'd be a lot harder to shape that out of an entire ball and try to cut that out and make it look good. But it's a lot easier to be able to take it in pieces, a piece at a time. And my preferred way is to make the shape, let it cool, and then reheat just the section that you need to be able to attach it to the other piece. And then just smooth out that section so it transitions smoothly. Another reason why I do like polyplastics over a lot of other ones is when it is reheated, especially if you're using the heat gun like I talked about in the previous video. To heat it, it gets hot enough that when you attach them together, they just flow right into one another. Some other plastics, like Instamorph for example, or some of the ones that are a little bit stiffer, don't mold together as well, especially if you're trying to build in pieces. But there's sometimes a crease or a fold that gets into it. I found that polyplastics molds together really well, and it gives you a seamless fold. So building in pieces is very beneficial for that. So anyway, if you guys have any questions on that, I hope I gave a good enough example with this. Didn't turn out to be a Pokeball, but you can make a better Pokeball. Send it to me. I'd love to see an image of it. Comment below. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer and help you guys out in any way I can to be able to build your cosplays and make the cool stuff you can. Yeah, take care guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Give this video a like if it helped you out. And definitely love your comments. Thank you so much, and you guys have a great one.
Buffalo. Then melt meat. Melt meat.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
yeah!
Yeah.